What's going on, guys? This is Ferox or Joey, and I'm running out of ideas for commentaries. So now I'm turning to you guys. If you guys have any topic suggestions, whether it's about life in general, if it's design related, or about my personal life, just let me know in the comments section. I really need your guys' help here. And this is what I'm talking about today. Is probably my last good idea I have. Yeah, this I'm gonna be sharing with you guys my life goals, and this was requested by a viewer a while back. And it really made me think, what do I want in life? What are my life goals? It really made me reflect on what matters, because I never really had any life goals. Obviously I have short-term goals, but I never really thought about it in this way. So, yeah, as you guys know, I am going to university in 2 weeks. It's a 4-year program, and my main goal here is to graduate university, get good grades, learn new things, improve and expand my talent overall, just going into it with an open mind. But at the same time, I want to grow this channel. I want to still continue to upload. I only go to school like 4 days a week, so I should have time to upload probably a video here and there. I don't want to leave you guys behind, because it's great having people that that support you, and it's awesome knowing that I motivate you guys. That's really inspiring. It's a really inspiring thing to have. And I would feel bad just letting this whole YouTube thing go. You know what I mean? But yeah, after university, I hope I get a job not too long after I graduate, because I don't want to be waiting too long. I don't want to not be able to find a job. Yeah, the ultimate dream would be to live in California and work for a company designing down there. California has great weather compared to Canada. We have really shitty fall and winter seasons. It's cold, it's depressing, you don't want to go outside. Yeah, I'd really like to get away. I'd really like to get away from that. Live in a state, or live in a place where it's warm all year. That would be really great. But yeah, if you guys are wondering why I'd like to work for a company instead of as a freelance designer, I currently do freelance work, and it's not that steady. It's not a steady flow of income, and it's not that reliable. When you're working for a company, you get a guaranteed paycheck. You get health benefits. Usually you do if you work for a good company. And it's more organized. You work on a schedule versus with freelance. You don't get paid. You don't get a guaranteed paycheck every month or whatever. You get paid every time you get work. And what if you don't get that much work? Of course, freelance is the way to go if you're a big name designer. But I'm just that type of guy who likes to be organized, who likes to work on a schedule. But yeah, I'd still love to do freelance in my spare time. Of course, that's where you get to really express your creativity, is as a freelance designer. Of course, it all depends on the situation. But yeah, after I have a job, I'd like to get a nice apartment or a condo. Probably once I'm settled and everything, I'd get a dog, a golden retriever to be specific. Dogs just bring a lot of joy into your life, and golden retrievers, if you know that breed, they're like the happiest dogs ever. Like, they always, like, if you see a golden retriever walking down the street, and you go up to pet it or whatever, like, that dog will be wagging its tail, be so happy to see you, and it doesn't even know you. Like, those are good dogs, man. But yeah, I'm a dog lover, as you guys probably know. And yeah, I'd really like to have a golden retriever. But yeah, after I have all that, I'd like to get a vehicle. My first vehicle, I'd probably like it to be a truck, Dodge Ram to be specific. And when you're driving a truck, you're just like up higher, you can see more, and you just feel like a beast when you're driving it. I love driving trucks. But aside from all that, most importantly, what matters is if you're happy or not. If you enjoy what you do, if you like where you are in life, as long as you're happy and successful, that's all that matters. And that's what matters to me. Like, graphic design is something that I love to do, and I'd love to have a career in the area. And it's just something that I really want. So I hope you enjoyed the video, guys. Make sure to leave a like if you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys later. Peace.